everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I'm going to show you this DIY haircut that I've done on myself. I've done a couple of haircut videos and haircut tutorials on my channel, but this is the first video that I'm showing you basically exactly how I cut my own hair. Been a while since I sat down to film. I have started posting a lot more short form content. I am going to continue doing that. I'm also obviously going to continue doing long format videos here on YouTube. I'm just going to do the ones that I feel like are extremely helpful to you, and basically a video that I feel benefits from long form content versus where it's something that I can tell you in under a minute. Obviously a tutorial, I think you get absolutely the most out of a long form because I can show you more in depth. And now that YouTube has started doing shorts, I'm assuming that's what they are wanting to kind of really emphasis on. If you do want to help your favorite YouTubers, that's an excellent way, is to watch their shorts. And yeah, enough ranting. Let's get into the tutorial. The reason why you guys are here, so let's get into it. All right, so super excited to get some shape into my hair. I am wearing extensions, but I did just install them a couple of days ago, and they're kind of just long and doing absolutely nothing for me. And that's one thing that I kind of wanted to share, and that's why I'm doing it on myself and with extensions in. So I installed the extensions and it did nothing else. So this is kind of just whatever length they fell at naturally. So I've done a few haircutting videos on my channel. My very first one where I had shorter hair, then with longer hair, I showed you a 4-point haircut. The 4-point haircut is super simple. Basically, if you've never cut your hair and you're looking to ultra simplify it, that's the video for you. This video is more how I would artistically cut my own hair. And since I hadn't shown that, I figured it was time. So the cut and the shape that I'm going for is a disconnected kind of like bangs, but it's long enough that it's essentially a layer to my hair. But I always like this face framing piece to be disconnected from the rest of my length, meaning I don't like it to be just feathered in with the rest of the hair. Sometimes just having long hair can just be very like dragging you down and kind of overpowering your features. I think that contrast of length makes this length more interesting. I'm also purposely wearing a black bodysuit so that you can see what I'm doing. So the haircut I'm doing today is not to remove a ton of length. Obviously these are extensions, so I'm not looking to remove a ton of length. I'm more trying to shape the hair. Now, if you are looking to remove some inches, the first step, you just cut that shorter. Everything else is basically the same. So the best way is to get that first layer of hair and cut across so that you establish the length that you want. This is a step, if you have long hair, you can have someone help you, or you can bring it all to the front like I'm going to be doing. But if you want a super precise haircut, cutting it straight along the back is going to be best. And that's also a good tip if you're looking to remove quite a bit of length. I would say over an inch, you should definitely do the method in the back. Now, because I'm going to be bringing everything forward, I'm going to be sectioning the hair off into 4 sections. This is your first section and second section. I'm actually going to clip this up and out of the way. So now we're left with the 2 back sections. So bringing it forward and basically bring that straight down. That's how you want to bring that section down between your fingers. And as you can see, I have a kind of slope going that way, so I don't want to disrupt that. I kind of want to go with that. And I'm just going to go in and point cut. And the reason why it's doing that is when the hair is behind me, it's in a straight line, but because I have pushed it this way, the pieces in the back have traveled further. That's why they appear shorter. So if I were to make that straight, when the hair went back, I would have a curve. Then I lay that down and I see how that hair sits and how that hair moves. There's as we can see, there's that one little piece. You can grab that again and go in. And if you see, it was that piece that was folded down that I didn't see. Okay. That looks good. I'm happy with that. I may want to add a little bit more texturing, meaning more pieciness, so that it doesn't look as blunt, but we can always do that at the end once you see the whole hair cut together. Doing too much right now, obviously you can't add it back. So doing the same thing to this side, looking over to the side, bringing that hair down between your fingers. And again, we're going to maintain that shape. And then before you start comparing it, always make sure that your shoulders are relaxed and that your head is also sitting straight. A little bit more length here. So we're going to go in and clean that up. And another good way to check this step is to bring the hair back and seeing if it is aligned. Once you're happy with that, you're completely done with the back section. So for this haircut, we're not going to be adding a ton of layers to the front. We're just going to be adding some face framing layers. I'm going to bring these sections out. And in these two sections, I'm still going to separate these face framing pieces. Now, I already have that. I'm just looking to clean that up. If you don't yet have this section established, you're going to want to go about 1.5 inch far back and then create a triangle towards the end of the eyebrow. And same thing on this side, 1.5 inch back out towards the outer corner of my eyebrow. Once you have those two sections, you're going to want to bring them up. Still have my new mom baby hairs that are just growing in. So if this section for you is as long as the rest of the hair, this is where you're going to establish where you want that length to end. So for me, a good marker is always below the chin, so at least 1 inch below. So again, I'm not looking to establish a new length. I am just maintaining what I have. So we're going to go in and point cut. This, for this area especially, is just keeps the hair so healthy. I'm actually looking at it in really extreme lighting right now, and I don't have one split end, and I also bleached my hair a couple of days ago. So you can also see in the shine that the hair is happy and healthy. But a trim is just always that icing on top of good color and, of course, a treatment right after you've colored your hair. Now, all that was on top was to kind of establish that length, and you want to bring it down and see where it hits. If you feel that it sticks out too much or like it's not fitting well, to me a good marker is when it kind of like swoops that way. That means that the ends are not heavy or bulky. All right, and then the last step is this face framing section here. So this one I actually like to elevate it a bit. So instead of bringing it down like the sections we did in the back, this one, because we do want to create a little bit of layering, I bring it up. So you're gonna wanna bring that hair out. Any hair that falls out is because it's shorter, so you're okay to just leave it. So as opposed to keeping it in that same slant, I actually want to do the opposite. And the reason for that is because I want this piece on top to be shorter than the bottom piece. And as you can see, it's just slightly less bulkier. So basically I just took this edge off. And the exact same thing to the next side. Now I'm just going to take my thinning shears and basically that front section, I'm just going to kind of debulk the ends. So I'm just going to take and do 2 to 3 snips towards the ends. And same thing on this side. Biggest takeaway you can take from this is it's very natural to want to keep going and perfecting, but by doing that, you can easily go a little too far. So my tip is to always style the hair when you're kind of at that point, like, could I take a little bit more off? Style the hair, see how it looks. If you just cut it completely and like don't really live with it, you're never going to know if it is perfect. So by styling it kind of how you normally do, just so you can see how you can live with this hair, I think that is the best way to test out your haircut before you've gone too far. All right, so I'm just going to quickly add some waves. So that is it. I would then live in this at least for a day before I take any more scissors to it. In waving it, especially in a kind of tighter pattern, the hair sits up a little bit higher, so you get to kind of see how that length also looks in, various styles. So yeah, guys, this is it. I hope you found this video helpful if you're looking to trim up your hair between salon appointments. And I did just want to say I have 0 product in my hair, so this is just obviously from the cut and the styling, but mainly don't ever underestimate the power of a haircut. So I hope this inspires you to keep your ends super healthy and split and free. If you've made it to the end, I love you. Please leave a black heart emoji to let me know that you're one of the few that does watch the full video. So yeah, thank you so much for your support, for being here, for clicking this video. Please give it a like if you found it helpful, and please subscribe if you haven't. So anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.